Hello YouTube, it's your boy, The Crow Show here. I've been playing Evil Dead the game since launch, and I really want to get into the YouTube space, so I thought what better way to do it than to put out some demon gameplay. The game I'm about to show you I played off stream, and it was a really fun game. It was really close. I'm going to provide commentary. I didn't live comment the game because I was just playing the game and I was like, oh, I'll just hit record. So here's how I play Warlord, aka Henrietta. It's all about the basic units for me. So this heavy damage basic increases damage dealt by basic units. That's one of my bread and butter perks that I like to level up. Easy access. It allows me to possess any evil unit for a discounted price of infernal energy. I don't really bother with putting any points in elite stuff like that, and I like to max my Hellraiser boss. It increases the maximum health of Henrietta. Again, Rocksteady basic. This increases the balance bar length for basic units. And this one, Pain Parasite, is also very clutch in my build. Every time my units deal damage, they gain health. And this possession extension, it makes it cheaper to maintain possession of units, which is really essential. Possession in Evil Dead the game right now is really strong. I would even say it's broken right now. So anyway, there's a look at my build. Let me show you the round. So one of my strategies I like to do is to get to level 2 as quick as I can by setting traps. So I gather my infernal energy, set traps, and I like to put points into possession and basic portals first. So once I get to level 2, then I try to look for the survivors. So here we go, we're gathering infernal energy, planting traps. I always plant mini ashes. Mini ashes actually take their resources, I believe their ammunition. And I believe Ash's hand only causes fear. So I prefer mini ashes because if we can take away their ammunition, it's cool. I don't think they end up in this area anyway, looting, but it's still good practice. So here we end up at Dead End, one of the best loot spots in the game. It's also a really good place to isolate and take people down. If a survivor gets stuck in a house by themselves, even if their friends are in the other house nearby, you can take them down pretty quick. So I see this ash nearby, and I'm planting traps. I'm like, okay, well, just in case he comes into this house right away, he'll have a whole bunch of traps here. And I see my units, so I put points into possession. Like, I was going to possess somebody there. I was going to demon dash there, but he was out of range. So this unit, I just possessed right away. I got a buddy there right with me, 2 of them. And it's so early in the game, he's going to be very squishy. He's not going to have a lot of points in melee. He won't have many points into stamina, so he can't run around and dodge too much. So when you get him down that early, you score big points. And on the bottom right, you can see my threat level. I'm at level 5, about to hit level 6. And the game is, we're 3 minutes in. What I like to do is plant a trap right on top of the person who's down. So that when they either go to pick them up, like revive them, or pick up their soul if they die, they'll have to go through a trap, and I'll be able to possess a unit right then and there. So I possess this unit, and I see Henry uses his power. So I just run away from him. He's invulnerable for 7 seconds, so there's no reason for me to attack him. Once that wears off, I go in for some hits. And I think what is he using, a sword there? So he dismembers my arms pretty quickly there. And this team that I faced, they got some really, really good equipment. Like, they somehow got looted up really well in this round. All I'm hoping to do here is just to score points. I knew I couldn't take Henry down there, so I'm like, okay, well, I'll plant under the trap there. I'm looking around for infernal energy so I can possess a unit. and maintain its power for long enough to fight and down Henry. That's my goal here. And you can see he's very low in health. He drinks his shimps, that's fine. Again, he's invulnerable. I noticed that. I'm like, oh wait, oh no. Gotta get away from him for a second. I can see Kelly coming in hot on the heads-up display. She comes in, hits me with the car. Cars don't really do much damage to you when you're possessed. You actually deal more damage to the car while you're possessed than they do to you. So at this point, they've retrieved Ash's soul and they resurrected him. They drive away in the car. So at this point, I'm just looking to gather infernal energy. With the demon dash there, when you scare them, you get infernal energy and you get experience points. So you want to demon dash as often as you can. Here I get caught on this little rock and have to run around it. It's really annoying. And I can see from this first fight, this Kelly is very capable. She's dodging like crazy. She's got infinite freaking endurance. She's shooting me, reloading at the right times, dodging at the right times. She's very hard to hit here. I can't seem to escape dead hard. Ever. That's a Dead by Daylight reference. So here again, I'm just hoping to land some hits, score some points. But she takes me out. Time to gather energy, spend some points. We put points in a boss. Once we hit level 10, you're ready for your boss unit. I like getting the boss unit just to have that option. So I go for Kelly here again. Possess a basic unit. I'm chasing her down, hoping she eventually runs out of endurance. I tried to hit her to avoid allowing her to get in the car, but it looks like we damaged the car so that she couldn't drive away. And the more time you can waste for a survivor, the better for you. I'm making her waste bullets, possibly make her drink some shimps, maybe consume some amulets for shields. And so I knew I couldn't solo that Kelly. She was just too strong. So I found this Ash nearby. Again, I like puking on them as quick as I can, but you'll see that a lot of the time my units will get in the way and block the puke damage. And with these axes and sharp objects, they dismember your units really quickly and kind of make them useless.
Why are you doing this to me?
If you can trap a survivor indoors, inside a little house like this, that's to your benefit. So I'm looking for energy. I'm looking for a way to trap him in there. I possessed him by accident. I meant to grab my unit. So I ran him in here, removed the possession, and made him hit the traps. So when he hits the traps, his fear meter goes up, my units spawn in, and that's a good thing for me. So I'm chasing the Ash, gonna whack, whack, whack. Again, we're scoring points. You see the points going up on the bottom right-hand corner. I'm threat level 13. I've got points to spend. I'm like, I should try Demon Dash him, but had to cancel. He gets in a car to try drive away. He's trying to flip it, so I'm like, okay, possession, portal basic is maxed. And then I go find the group, and I find them in a pretty good spot here. So the idea is to Demon Dash, get their fear meter up. I see this tree here, so I possess the tree, hit them with the tree. That does a little bit of HP damage. It increases their fear. So here I'm looking to set traps, and I wanted to kind of trap around the house, and I wanted to see what Kelly was doing over there. So I decide, okay, let's do the tree again. We'll get their fear meter up. That kind of makes survivors a little bit nervous as well. I find they're more likely to make mistakes while their fear meter is up. And the nice thing is, when their fear meter is up, possessing them is almost never a bad thing. You just want to make sure you have a lot of infernal energy in the bottom so that you can possess them for long enough to do some kind of damage with the survivor you possess. So again, with the basic unit, I like to puke on them as much as I can as soon as I spawn in, and because they're using sharp weapons, they dismember my unit right away. I get my traps to level 2 because that'll make the basic units just a little bit better. I think it increases their fear every time they hit a trap as well. This Ash and the Henry, they both have legendary weapons at this point. I don't know how both of them scored legendary weapons, but you can see how quickly they're just annihilating my units. My balance bar just goes straight down. I get stunned, I can't attack. I was really nervous at this point. I'm like, these guys are looted up really well. And that's just a little bit of RNG, right? Like, and there we go. Henry's got his power, and now I can't really mess with him. They have crazy powerful weapons. I can't do anything anyway. Reluctantly, I put a point into Elite there, just so I can spawn Elite units if I need to. Elite units for Warlord are actually really weak right now. So at this point, I felt comfortable spawning in Henrietta. The idea is not to really end the game here. It's just to more or less make them spend resources, make them use amulets, maybe some Shemp's Cola. There we go. There's one guy drinking a Shemp's in the background. Making Henry pop an amulet. I believe warriors have an option when they max out their amulet, their shields. The amulets give them 2 cells instead of just 1. So yeah, the idea there was just to make them waste a bit of resources. I pumped some points into boss there. My Henrietta is very tanky, hits really, really hard. I find the group again. And again, the idea here is just to waste as much time as I can. And with the fear tree there, I set a trap, get their fear meter up, and it gives me points when they run over traps. So there is where I saw that Henry has a legendary bat for the first time, and I was like, oh gosh. Yeah, these guys are very strong. So I go to Demon Dash because I need to get their fear up, and it also, again, you see my infernal energy go up on the bottom of the screen, so I can set traps, possess them, and basically cause some damage. And here is where I see Ash has a legendary weapon as well. So at this point, I'm looking to put points into infernal energy so I can store more points and gain energy back as quick as I can. Again, we're possessing the tree, increasing their fear and scoring points. My goal right now is just to level up as quick as I can, because I know that I can't beat them in that spot. But the more actions you can do at any time, whether you cause damage to them, lay traps, demon dash, hit them with a tree, those are all good actions. It'll help you gain experience quicker, and you will be able to make your team stronger. So I bring Henrietta in, and Henrietta's getting really strong. And I also hit my Q, my special power, so it makes all my units, including Henrietta, tougher, and they hit harder. Now Henrietta's part is really strong, because these are melee units for the most part, except for Kelly. But you can see how quickly they melted through her. At this point, I'm like, I don't think I have a chance against this team. So right now, again, I'm just focusing on completing actions, scaring them with Demon Dash, bringing units in, puking on them, hopefully make them use amulets and Shemp's Polo. Yeah, that's an elite unit right there. Elites are really bad. Look at how quickly he gets melted. They're all scared right now. So my goal here is just to possess anybody. Try to do some damage with them. Just try to cause a bit of havoc. Again, I know I'm not in a win condition here, because look at how quickly they're melting my units and my possessed units. Like, those legendary units are super powerful. I don't know what Kelly had for a weapon, but hunters usually have really good ranged weapons, especially Kelly or Amanda. So I lay some traps there so that when they trip them up, they'll get scared. It increases the likelihood I can possess them. But my gosh, look at how quickly they're taking my guys out. So my boss there, as you can see, is max level. And they're going to capture this point, no problem. But again, I'm trying my best to kind of delay it as much as I can. See if I can get some kind of miracle down. So you see their arms are just gone as soon as I spawn in. And just a heads up, when you possess one of your units, as long as they're not dismembered, like losing their arms, they'll be full health when you possess them. So at this point, I'm really panicked. I'm really nervous that I've just got no chance to win. I'm possessing my basic units, my strongest units in this build, and they're just getting shredded immediately. When I bring in Henrietta, she gets downed immediately. You can see there I don't max out traps because I want traps to spawn basic units, not elite units. Again, elite units are not very good. It's one of the things I hope that Saber changes in a future update. Elites in this game just aren't very good. So I bring Henrietta in because I know her fart is going to be really strong, and I put points in to make it linger and last longer. So for these units to do damage, they do have to get up close and personal. And as you can see, it does interrupt their actions a little bit. I saw Henry trying to pick up his boy, so I possessed him, knowing he had this legendary bat. So I was like, okay, well, I might be able to get some downs. So with Henrietta's fart and possessing Henry, I was able to do some damage there to the team. Now I know I have to get over there. They picked up Henry, and the hitboxes can be pretty finicky. I get pushed away, so I can't interrupt that person picking up their teammate. So reluctantly, I'm okay. Like, okay, I gotta put points into elite. Points into elite, sure. So again, trying to make them use resources, colas, amulets, get them scared, so I can possess them and use those legendary weapons against each other. So Kelly does have an epic shotgun there, but she had no ammo, so I couldn't really do anything with her. I was hoping, like, okay, let's see what she has. Demon Dash there just to get points. You want to hit as many of them as you can. The more you hit, the more points you get. So I grab Henry again with his legendary bat. And look at him just shredding through people. That's really nice to see. We're doing a lot of damage. We actually downed the Ash there. And I don't know how they picked him up there. And again, at this point, I had no chance at defeating them. I'm so nervous. I'm like, how can I beat this team? So I go to the Lost Ones. I plant some traps, gather some energy, and get ready for the final fight. At this point, I'm basically maxed out. My threat level's 29. So the idea is just to try to distract as much as I can, keep their fear up so I can possess them at will, keep demon dashing as soon as I can so I can restore my points quickly, set traps so I get multiple units in. There are times when my units are just kind of standing around doing nothing, and that's really annoying to me. So as soon as Henrietta gets in, we unleash farts. As you can see, Henry's in there. Look at him coughing and getting sick. He has to get close and personal to do damage. And you can see their health meters just going down just by being close to me. And if we get some hits in, even better. I see Henry in the background picking up his friend. I'm very annoyed at that, but I can see their health is low. I'm getting a little bit of hope here. I possess one of the units, one of the survivors. I see Kelly go down. I'm like, okay, we got the legendary weapon. whack Henry down. And look at that. That in a blink of an eye, there's only one left. So I run him away as quick as I can. I grab some infernal energy. And what I'm hoping to do here is to get enough energies to possess one of my nearby units so that I can just interrupt him from picking up somebody. But as you can see, the hitbox is very broken. That should not have picked him up. Or her up, sorry. And I puke on her there, but she picks him up anyway. This is really annoying. I'm very annoyed at this point. At this point, I'm thinking they might win because I could not hit them while I was right next to them, because the ground level is just a little bit uneven. But the nice thing is their health is very low because they just got resurrected. And of course, I'm making them use all their resources for the whole round. The lost ones are also dealing damage to them as well, passively, so that's nice to see. And yeah, even with that legendary weapon, like that legendary weapon just melts through me. So I've got so many units at this point that I'm just looking for somebody to possess and looking to do damage. This Ash comes in. This is support Ash. And I'm like, okay, well, let's get away from him, because when he's doing his heavy swings, he gets HP back. And I saw Henry was low on HP, so took Henry out. Ash, I could see, was very low on HP. It looks like he's out of shimps, so we got to take him down. So we're down to two more. Kelly was trying to pick him up. Again, there she goes with her infinite dodges. One of my units blocking my puke. That other guy got downed way over there. And look at this. Damn. Have a good night, Kelly. I turned a very impossible situation into a win. And this is by far one of my favorite rounds. Big victory for Henrietta. Thanks for watching. I appreciate it.
Best defense that humanity could offer. How pitiful. Our victory was never in doubt.